Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the president of Africa remains bullish on Bitcoin. Lots going on here in the crypto sphere. Be sure to stick around till the end to not miss any of what's really going on. Starting off with Bitcoin, though, price action under the influence of bearish robos back in April have saved us from 55% in downside so far, and we are just plowing to and through these horizontal levels looking for support. So currently, slappening is what's happening. We will have to wait for further bullish confirmations to be met before we can begin jumping into Bitcoin in a more aggressive manner. Due to the soon-to-be revealed fear and FOMO zones, we do technically still anticipate a six-figure Bitcoin in mind in terms of a much more reasonable market top, if you will. At the moment, we are far closer to a potential bottom here with a suggested wide range of prices to be accumulating Bitcoin over the coming months with a much larger term uptrend intact. Though what goes up must come down. We've had a very euphoric rise to these current levels. I do believe from our most recently set all-time highs, this is a very bullish retracement and or pullback, another bullish buying opportunity, a healthy, necessary evil that all uptrends must undergo. So we just have to, always allow for the confirmations no matter the situation, trade more tactically with a strategy, go with the flow of crypto, and watch out for Robo. You can invest your 20% support-based investment ratio in at either of these support levels once we have further solidified them. At the moment, $28,422. Once we get back up to it, has some significance as support, in my opinion, though at the moment is waiting as resistance. That 50% in EngineeringRobo based investment ratio can be invested when two of our chosen three robos return to a bullish state. We have the buy for moon and early birds robos present. This current early bird in play throughout May there has been invalidated. We would like to see another one during a phase of sideways play out to consider potentially some short-term moves upward there. So the return of an early bird combined with the buy for and or moon could give a better suggestion of potential shorter term upside here. We might see some pumpage moving forward for the short term kind of price action, though a few months of sideways may play out still as we make our way toward the end of this solid descending trend line. Once we find ourselves kind of above it, we can then perhaps consider continued upside toward previous all-time highs, but may not be until the end of the year here. Once we have confirmed a breakout from this downtrend, you can invest that 30% remaining downtrend line investment ratio. We always go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for robos. In my personal opinion, which does not matter at all, I find it very difficult to be bearish on Bitcoin and or crypto. Far too much, adoption and use cases have been forming here for blockchain technology, and in my opinion, this is just something that has to play out for us to continue increasing by hundreds of percentages upward, tens of percentages downward. Needs to occur. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Despite the cryptocurrency market's prolonged bearish trend, some of its most ardent supporters have not been discouraged. This includes the president of the Central African Republic, who remains bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. We have a tweet from him reading, "Understanding Bitcoin is crucial to acknowledge its disruptive power to bring long-term prosperity. Mathematics don't account for human emotion. Future generations will look behind at these very moments to our strength and unity in choosing the right path during hard times." It was in late April of this year where the Central African Republic government officially recognized Bitcoin as legal currency after passing the bill regulating digital assets in the country. The move made the Central African Republic the second country to recognize Bitcoin as legal tender after El Salvador, which did so in September of 2021. So we have countries accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. This is very big strides for something that was, very frowned upon and discouraged closer to its inception. Bitcoin has been around for over 10 years here. And so right now we are just going with the flow of crypto. This is all a part of the process. And so perhaps similar to the president of Africa here, longer term prosperity is still intact. So let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Find this article in the description. Looking at Litecoin, we have the buy for Moon and Super Robos present so far. Bearish Robos back in April there have saved us from a crippling 62.97% in downside that has occurred. We are currently waiting for the return of bullish Robos. Once we get, the buy for and or Moon or Super Robos present, we can invest that potential 50% engineering Robo-based investment ratio. At the moment, your 20% support-based investment ratio was suggested to be invested at this level long before we got to it, and you were able to invest at it on the 13th of June there. So far, $42 per Litecoin is technically support until confirmed as resistance. And so if resistance is confirmed, you can then reduce your support-based investment ratio accordingly, as it is only 20% of your Litecoin investment. And we have this dash descending trend line here, which may come into play for us if we were to hold along $42. Breaking upward above this could suggest, upward price action toward this solid descending downtrend line here. That is going to be the much more significant downtrend line to consider once you are considering investing that 30% descending trend line based investment ratio. This dash trend line, though, can be useful in the shorter term. Potentially, you can capitalize on some upward movement after it, though, as I mentioned, the more significant downtrend is encompassed by this solid descending trend line. So let me know down below your thoughts on Litecoin. Checking in on Ethereum, here it would appear the buy for Moon and Golden Cross Robos in play. Bearish Robos back in April saved us from 67% in downside. Bullish Robos have allowed us to see well over 60 to 70% in upside. Hopefully bullish Robos can return here pretty soon. We are nearing support, the kind of lowest level visualized. We will visualize more if necessary. $910 per Ethereum may be a price that reveals itself before we can bottom out here and return upward. 20% can be invested in at support once that has been further solidified. None of these levels are significant just yet. 50% when two of our chosen three Robos become bullish, and that remaining 30% can be invested when we find ourselves above this downtrend line here, which we can perhaps draw out and extend as necessary. 45% in downside relative to entering the fear zone, correlating perfectly with the previous two fear zone interactions here. Since we've entered the fear zone near $37,000 per Bitcoin, we have plummeted all the way down to pretty much previous all-time highs met in 2017, 2018. 45% in downside has come to fruition. We may just now potentially continue to anticipate up to 6 months in sideways here. So right now we want to accumulate during times of extreme fear, but go oh no when Robo says there's FOMO. The FOMO zone waiting for us all the way up at $190,000 per Bitcoin. That is where many traders will be afraid of missing out, buying Bitcoin at the top because someone has to. You will know because of EngineeringRobo that is the FOMO zone, so you can more comfortably consider taking profit up in that euphoric price range. Here, during times of extreme fear, you're accumulating in calculated amounts your nicely discounted digital assets when people are panic selling the bottom. I find it very difficult to be bearish on the space based on fundamental adoption reasons coming from some mighty entities in the traditional world of finance, governing bodies and or conglomerates adopting blockchain technology. And we do have some very significant technical factors correlating with each other that I do believe are just kind of too perfect to be ignored. But we always go with the flow of crypto. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency currently. Thank you so much for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.